Okay.
Hey there, Victoria. This is Joel Novosad with Explore Victoria, Texas, coming to you today with a brand new episode of Explore Your Victoria. That's our show where we tell folks right here in Victoria how they can get out and explore the incredible community they have. Well, today here we're going to show you how you can get in touch with your artistic side. We're here at Crossroads Art House. Now, you may know a little bit about Victoria's rich art scene, whether you've visited a local gallery or attended a show by groups like Theatre Victoria or Victoria Symphony Orchestra, but you don't have to be just a passive viewer and experiencer of art in Victoria. You can actually develop your skills yourself with places like Crossroads Art House. So we're here with Claire Santellana. Claire, the owner of Crossroads Art House. Thanks for being here today, Claire.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I can't begin to tell you how excited we are to see this business open in your organization and everything that you do here in the Town and Country Shopping Center. Could you tell us a little bit more about your background, what kind of inspired you to start the business, and what folks can expect at Crossroads Art House from programming and activities and events and things like that?
Sure. So I've been teaching art since I was 19 years old. I started with Ellie Poirier, and she kind of passed her homeschool groups to me, and so I had about 70 students a long time ago, and I've always done summer camps since then. And I've always enjoyed that, and I thought maybe I want to be a certified teacher. So I went to the public school system, which was really fun too and a great experience. And then I realized my passion really is just teaching art. And the best way to do that for me here was to open a studio.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, so there's a lot of programming here. I've been seeing y'all's Facebook page with all these events popping up. You just opened up this past spring, right? Summer, late spring, early summer?
We opened April 23rd officially. Okay. And I did do this in Colorado Springs, but it was more of a travel art teacher style. This is my first time having a brick and mortar. Okay,
so you're here in the Town and Country Shopping Center, which is great. You really add a lot to this area that's kind of popping up with retail more to provide some other kind of activities for folks. So it's wonderful that you guys are here. And can you tell us a little bit more about the type of events or what kind of activities are here? Is this good for families? Can you bring your kids?
Oh yeah, yeah, lots of families, date night with kids is great. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 2 to 8 for the open studio time. So I actually brought a little pumpkin here to show what you can paint. You can come in and paint this with glaze and I'll fire it for you, or you can paint it with acrylic and take it home right away. And we're gonna have lots of new inventory coming in that's fall themed, and we have sets of things. So if people wanted to do a field trip and have their students paint these, we have several field trips already planned, or you could do team building like that.
Corporate parties and team building, it's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely. I know businesses are always looking for that.
And we also have, for the drop-in, you can do mosaics, or you can come in and request a custom drawing and I'll draw it for you and you can just paint it.
Oh, wonderful.
But that doesn't really come with instruction. If it's drop-in, it's just I'll draw it and that's about it. If you want the instruction, that's when you would choose to come to a class.
Well, do y'all have I know the guided paint classes paired with wine, things like that are really popular. Do y'all have any of those kind of activities?
Oh yes, so every second Wednesday, Rusty Hook Winery comes and we have Wine Wednesday, and they give 2 complimentary glasses of slushies or wines.
A little hot right now, so that's perfect. It's perfect for the summer months, yeah.
And then the rest of the time it's kind of BYO, beverage, whatever you want to bring, whatever food you want to bring. And we have all kinds of theme nights coming up. So we have like magic paint night that's going to be kind of Harry Potter. It's not going to say that on the flyer, but it'll be implied.
Sure.
And then we had Friends night just recently.
Yeah, I saw that y'all had a TV, painting and TV with friends. So y'all have gotten really creative with some of y'all stuff. You're telling me a few minutes ago about STEAM and how you're tying art into learning. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And not just for kids, but for adults too.
Yes, I'm excited about that. So one of the most popular things I've done with kids is the light up cities, where we actually build a circuit on the back of the painting and then their painting will light up. And I thought, why not do that with adults? So we're gonna do a Painting Around the World series where you can paint the New York skyline, you can paint Paris, we're gonna do the pyramids, and I'll teach you how to build the circuit on the back. So you can sign up for the whole series for a discounted price or just come to one, whatever's easier, And
you were mentioning that STEAM aspect of art, how art can just light up the brain for all kinds of learning and tie it into it. So the importance of art and education and what it means for kids and adults too.
One thing about adults is they're a lot like the kids, but they don't have that forgiveness of themselves to not be perfect, because they're like, I am such and such years old, I should be amazing at this.
Right.
It's like, no, it's okay. You haven't picked up a paintbrush in 10 years.
Yeah.
Don't expect to be amazing.
Even if you have some art background, some art experience, if it's been a while, it's a great place to come and kind of hone your skills.
But it builds your resiliency, and it helps you like have self-confidence to just try something new. Anything worth doing is worth failing at, and then you can get better. So it's been really neat to see the regulars, because we do have members also that come and they can utilize our pottery studio, and just watching them build their self-confidence and get better and better.
So you have clay and pottery too, not just painting, right? Yeah. And then I think I saw on your Facebook page, Sip and Sew.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
That's every second Friday, and you can be a beginner and we can provide machines for you. That is taught by Lisa Ruiz. She's a local seamstress and event planner, actually.
Because that's such a functional thing too, and a skill to have. Like, it's an art, but a skill that's kind of fading out, and it's really important. Used to be in the day, everybody knew how to sew, it seems like.
And did you see the soap making one?
I didn't see the soap making.
Okay, so I'm excited about soap making. That's with JL Soaps, and she's going to teach us some basics about soaps and how to do it with things you already have at home. So you don't have to make a huge investment, but she's gonna do dish soap, I think laundry detergent. So we definitely get into the functional aspect.
Sure.
We're gonna have geology club coming up. We're gonna have, and that's a local geologist that's gonna put that on Fridays for the homeschool community. I even want to do Spanish. I want to do like everything that I want my kids to learn, because they're stuck here all the time. So I'm like,
it's like I can piggyback some activities with my kids with some classes I want to offer,
so
right?
I'm
That's
like,
awesome.
Language arts, right? That counts. Like, so
awesome.
we did a creative writing camp, and
There's classic, watercolor classes I've seen,
yes.
oil painting classes. I mean, it really just spans the whole spectrum of art and skills. You're not just, narrowed down to, a guided paint class. You've got other kind of activities here to really fill any kind of interest, which is just phenomenal.
The way I look at it, there's art for recreation, where you're just doing it for fun, and then there's art for education, where you want to get more out of it. And so that's why I was really excited that Jason Valdez from the college was willing to teach the oil painting, because it's very educational. Yeah,
you utilize a lot of local artists, a lot of skill in this community. That really is showcased through a place like this, which is just incredible. What are y'all's typical hours? When are y'all open? You mentioned some drop-in, right?
So we are open Tuesday through Saturday from 2 to 8.
Okay.
And that's for the drop-in. You can also do drop-in pottery wheel. We have that. Or you can do drop-in clay studio, drop-in just painting, or just art for fun, And then we have also during that time frame is when people could pick up if I fired something for them. Okay. The members are able to utilize the clay studio during the open hours. A lot of people book birthday parties before we open, so that way they can kind of have a private.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So there is arrangements for having a private experience as well. Do people need to bring their own supplies, or do you have all that here?
Oh no, we provide everything.
Yeah. So if you're just really, there's sometimes learning a new art or a new skill can be intimidating. What do I buy? I don't know what to get. Just come here and you'll show them how to do it.
Yes, and they can try different things too. So the members are able to use all kinds of, if I get something new, I let them use it, and they can figure out if they love it, or maybe it's not their thing and not worth maybe spending money on for them. It's kind of neat for them to experiment with that. And I do have, like, for the younger kids, I had drop-ins all summer, and we're going to continue that. And this was a 10-year-old who made this. Wow. And I didn't help him. Like, he came in, he used my maker cart, and he just made this. It was like the drop it off thing. And so
taught himself how to do that.
He asked for my water cup that I was drinking from the box, and I was like, okay. And I gave it to him, and he cut it in half and hot glued it on there.
Inspiration can come from anywhere, right?
It's true. Like, I would have never thought of this. And so I do really, really like the tab style learning, where it's teaching for artistic behavior, but you kind of present the idea, or you just present the materials and let them create.
Well, it's great that you have that educator background, because then you know those methods and everything like that help. And what's this piece down here. You're telling me a little bit more about that earlier?
So, yes, it's really heavy.
Yeah,
And,
it's got, you can do some curls with this thing a little bit,
yeah.
right?
So it started because I used to work for Manhattan Art Program when I was like 19, the first year they came. And they're very much into, you know, using recycled materials. And so that really imprinted on me. And I made that chandelier for City Hall out of bottles and all that. So I realized my first week of being open, we were wasting so much paint. And I was like, we can't put this down the drain. Like I felt bad, you know? And so I started just putting it on a canvas. And now it's a thing. People who paint, they know they can just get this off the wall, add their extra paint to it, and it's become really, really heavy and thick. And at the end of the year,
A little bit of texture right there.
yeah, we're gonna saw it in half at the end of the year, and I've tied it into my homeschool program that we're having the Friday one, and we're gonna learn about sedimentary rocks, and it'll follow up. The end of the unit will be like, we'll have rock tumbling, and we'll probably draw geodes, and I have this cool texture gel you put on it to make it look like crystals.
So you're tying this painting to geology.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And the kids are excited. They're already like, when are we gonna saw it in half? I'm like,
It's got to get at least a couple more inches thick.
At the end of the year, we're gonna saw it in half.
That's great.
And so I really love tying in the TEKS and which is the Texas Essential Knowledge, the standards that the teachers teach by, into the art lessons and helping give that extra like foundation of knowledge. So, and it's easy to do that. In my toddler class, it's super easy for me when we were making these little clay hearts, you know. I might say, let's do one fingerprint from your left hand, and you can tie in the things they're supposed to know just by experiencing art and playing with the art. And they did these little fingerprint hearts, and we did left and right, you know, and that was for 2-year-olds.
How can folks find out more about Crossroads Art House, upcoming events, and just general information?
Crossroadsarthouse.org is the best place to go if you look at our calendar. And I try to keep the Facebook page updated and the Instagram. So it's Crossroads Art on Instagram, Crossroads Art House Facebook, Crossroads Art House TikTok. I do recommend checking out the TikTok.
Even just the space itself is really cool. You've got the murals in here, the submarine behind us. You've got the winking cat mural. And it's a cool space just to be in and of itself, and then what you can experience here, and all the events that you have. So, Claire, thank you for taking the time to tell us more about it. If it's all right with you, I think I'm going to go and try to get in touch with my artistic side a little bit and have some fun with some of the stuff you got here. So, look forward to talking to you some more, and thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you. What are you painting?
Oh, a picture of me and my dad.
You have his eyes.
Oh, thanks. Whoa, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. Are you still mine? I need a couple of grapes in there.
Yeah.
Small ones.
Oh, almost dropped it. Okay,
Hey there, Victoria. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Claire for showing us a great time at the Crossroads Art House. Till next time, this is Joel signing off, reminding you to explore your Victoria.